Hi, this is very fantastic. Very good morning to everybody here. This is I should check whether I'm streaming online. I should check whether I'm streaming online. Uh, Very good morning to one and all listening to me to the this live stream here. Let me introduce myself. I am Rahul, uh, and currently I am the training head of MIT Engineering College, Assistant Professor of Basic and Mechanical Engineering, and also I'm currently the Chief Technical Officer as well as the Electricity Architect of the Lighting Lanterns Media Works. It's a startup based in 2000, started in 2016. It took me a long 2 to 3 years to join here to roast the stream of a CTO. And then, of course, I'm the Innovation Ambassador in Design Thinking by MHRD Innovation Cell, uh, Government of India. And I'm also the NLP, I'm practicing NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, under Kane Ramsey, and he's my trainer. And today I'm going to, the reason why I came online in this session is I'm going to unveil some factors on what Young India wants. If you ask me who is your favorite author, I have no answer because, as far as I'm concerned, I have different authors who certainly made an impact in my life when I read each and every books of them. But this one particular book called What Young India Wants by Mrs. Chetan Bhagat have impacted me a lot. I found some interesting facts on where design thinking, innovation, and entrepreneurship can be clubbed. And that's the reason why I chose, okay, this is going to be very, very familiar one that can be discussed. My dear friends, we are all in lockdown for almost past 40, 50 days. We are all confined to the four walls of home. And what is your answer on how was your lockdown? Very peculiar question. How about your lockdown? My dear friends, as you know, there are two sides in life. One is positive and negative, good and bad, dawn and dusk. Likewise, this lockdown, of course, had positive and negative. Maybe if I say negative, yes, of course, the economic situation, like all other countries, India too have or had this economic down or the position where economy has a little bit in consideration, or we need to take prevalent measures to overcome the present present economic condition. At the same time, we had a lot of positive platform, especially for students and teachers. This lockdown was a great thing. See, as this is the time where all universities will be taking their project examinations, final semester examinations, viva, and teachers will be busy with valuing their answer papers, maybe into practical works or any of those their X or Y work that is uh, very much depend on their teaching profession or their college life or their office works. But this lockdown have enabled them to learn and discuss lots of productive things. Especially students were able to go live on various platforms like Zoom, Google Meet. They started learning what is Google Meet, what is uh, Zoom, how to use Zoom, what is Zoho. Even as far as I'm concerned, it's the first time I'm using Zoho. I've learned how to use Zoom effectively, and I was able to take license for Zoom. And then I learned how to use Google Meet, whether Google Hangout can be integrated with YouTube. See, presently you are watching my stream. If you're watching my stream, you can find that I am in a corner. Now, this is enabled by another platform called OBS, Open Software. It's the open software, open broadcasting software, where I can share my screen as well. So these are the technologies what I have learned only because of lockdown. If there was no lockdown, there is no point in learning these things. I was able to attend a lot of seminars online. I was able to receive certificates. So if I was not in lockdown, I won't be probably I would have got one. Now I was almost able to get 15 to 16 certificates, e-certificates, and I was able to provide some certificates to everyone. I have got time to listen to lot of enchanting or lot of enthusiastic personalities and working how to work on your projects, how to work on innovation, how to work on design thinking, how to work on lot of activities. So this was the most productive time. For the first 5 to 10 days, like everyone, I used to sleep for a long time, up to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. to I used to sleep late night, and I used to wake up late morning, late afternoon, like everybody. But then I understood there is something where we can be much productive, we can be more productive, and I utilized this productive part of it. See, like positive and negative, there is productive side and unproductive side of everything. So I chose the productive side of something, and that's why I came before you with this topic, design thinking. So as I said earlier, I am an innovation ambassador in design thinking. I need to bring to you this design thinking to you in a very different perspective. Maybe I'm clubbing two activities. One is design thinking, and I am unveiling Chetan Bhagat's What Young India Wants book. At this point of time, I would like to share my screen with you, the presentation which I would like to show to you, and then we will go with the program. So for next, I want you to be very attentive for the next 30-45 minutes with me, so that of course we have a chat box here. You can comment me the questions. I can share my email ID where you can ask me questions, and I can share my mobile number where you can ask questions. Share my screen with you, the presentation which I would like to show to you, and then we will go with the program. So for next, I want you to be very attentive for the next 30-45 minutes with me, so that of course we have a chat box here. You can comment me the questions. I can share my email ID where you can ask me questions, and I can share my mobile number where you can ask questions. So this is what very fantastic. I am again here saying a hi to everyone. This is my OBS screen. If you possible, I hope you can see this screen. And this is what? This is OBS software, open broadcasting software. And now I'm opening my presentation. If you could see my screen, that's well and good. And now here is my presentation. Where I can cross check my mobile whether I can show you my screen. So I've shared my screen here, my presentation. So hope I'm not sure whether you can see it there in over. Maybe I was. I'm sharing my screen here. So hope no one can see. I'm not sure whether you can see the screen what I'm sharing. That is design thinking, unveiling through what Young India wants. So I hope no one is seeing my screen because you can see what I am speaking, but probably I hope you are not seeing my screen. I've opened a PowerPoint presentation here, so which means there is some problem with the software what I've installed. Of course, anyway, whatever the condition it is, let me have a try opening it here. I've opened a PowerPoint presentation here, so which means there is some problem with the software what I've installed. Of course, anyway, whatever the condition it is, let me have a try opening it here. Okay, so probably you haven't into my screen now. Uh, just listen to me what I'm saying. PowerPoint presentation here, so which means there is some problem with the software what I. As you were not able to see my screen, actually I have projected here, but I don't know what happened with this OBS software. Of course, technical glitches have to learn. My dear friends, again, this is also a lesson where you can learn a lot of. So, being a mechanical engineer, I'm not good with this software products or software area. What software has to offer. But I learned there are a lot of softwares where you can stream online, stream live. And but this time I learned something, but it was ultimately a failure because I cannot share my screen here. But no problem. Tomorrow 11 o'clock I will be joining Zoom online where I can share my screen. But at this point of time, I'll show you what is I am focused on my topic, design thinking. So what this Chetan Bhagat, what Young India wants us to offer to us, to be frank, many things have unveiled through this what Young India wants chapter. One big thing is value. When I say value, don't get surprised. You should answer three major questions. First is, what is more valuable to you in your life? Is it your family? Is it your relationship? It is your education? Is it your school? Is it your college? And what is more valuable to you? Question number one. Question number two. Being a student or being a faculty, what you are going to offer to the society, to your family. Now, question number three. What is the purpose of your life? My dear friends, answer for these three questions is of course not easy. You have to do a lot of work on it. To answer these questions. It seems that okay, this is very simple. I can answer it very easily. But of course, my dear friends, you can't. You have to work on it. What is more valuable for you? What does it mean? What is the purpose of our life? What should I value much? A lot of questions. A lot of answers will start stumbling in your mind, and you'll get confused what to write, what to write. My dear friends, I can show you a guideline how to unveil this. First thing is be ambitious. When I say what is ambitious, yes sir, I am ambitious. I have an ambition. I have to become a good engineer. So normally students these days, if you ask what is their ambition, if I'm asking an engineering student, he says, I want to become a good engineer. I want to become an engineer. Of course, when we ask them MBBS students, they say, I want to become a doctor, of course. Like the same, when we say, I want to become an engineer, my dear friend, if you're studying BE, at the end of the day, you will become an engineer. And there will be questions. So not everyone who studies BE can become an engineer. Only if I'm completing my arrears and I'm getting my degree from an university, I will become an engineer. Unless and until I get a degree from university, I'm not an engineer. I'm just an engineering student. My dear friends, this is ambition. When I ask what is your ambition, cannot plainly say my ambition is to become an engineer. Okay, that might be fine because I have to clear my arrear, only then I can become an engineer. That's also right. But there should be the purpose. Most of the students, maybe not nowadays, maybe if you take 2 or 3 in 2016, 17, if you ask the engineering students why you chose engineering, my mom said, my dad said to choose engineering, my neighbor was studying engineering, so I chose engineering. My sister was studying engineering, she got a job in TCS with 35,000 per month. My relative was working in Canada, and he is earning around 5 lakhs per month, so I chose engineering. So, my dear friend, a sister of a particular student is earning 5 lakhs in Canada, and my dear friend is earning 35 rupees in Coimbatore market. This is the different what you have learned. My dear friends, becoming an engineering graduate is very easy, but becoming a value-based engineer is a little bit difficult task. One thing to fix your ambition, one main thing you need is you should be truthful to you. When you say what is truthful, I can say I'm a mechanical engineer, but if you ask me blankly, sir, just operate this thermal engine machine, or just say me what the Stephen Boltzmann apparatus is used, I don't know, seriously. I will sit my fingers crossed. I don't know how to operate a Stephen Boltzmann apparatus. Now, as a mechanical engineer, I'm not 100%. But, but as a value-based engineer, I can say them for what it is used. Maybe I doesn't know for what purpose it is used or how to use. It comes for that technical engineers or that who knows the purpose of using it. The statement seems contradictory. I can explain you what exactly it is. Being an engineer is very easy. My dear friends, become an engineer or become a doctor is very easy. But becoming a value-based, a technical-based, a core-based, a practical-based engineer is a little bit tough. It takes dedicative mindset. It needs you to fix ambition. So if you ask, I have to come. Some students are there. If they let's say I have to complete engineering and I have to fly an aircraft, and they say you have to become a pilot for it. Being an engineer as well, you can fly an aircraft. You complete your basic engineering and mechanical engineering or aeronautical engineering. You join Indian Air Force as first cadet. Years course, you will fly the aircraft. Simple. Choosing the way where to achieve my goal. That's why I said, when you are ambitious, your ambition should meet the purpose of your life. When you have to be ambitious, you need to have value. You should you should duly consider adding values to your life. My value is this. I value this family so much. I value this education so much. I value this mechanical engineering. I value this computer science engineering so much. Since I have these values, I should be very ambitious, and there is purpose of my. I need to achieve this. I need to earn 5 lakhs per month. Yes, it is possible. It is not a joke. Anyone can earn. If Sundar Pichai, so who's Sundar Pichai? A man from India, man from Tamil Nadu, is earning crores as CEO of Google. If Sundar Pichai can do it, anyone can. Why Sundar Pichai? Why should we and always why should we target Ambani? We should say Ratan Tata or Sundar Pichai or Jeff Bezos. I can do it. You can do it. Everyone can do it. My dear friends, having a role model is okay, but being like a role model is difficult. Hope you understand. Having a role model is very easy, but being like a role model is a little bit difficult. You need to practice each and everything what your role model has. Now, to overcome this, adding values to your life makes your task easier. My dear friends, have ambition in your life. It adds value to your life. It teaches you the purpose of life. And then you go, you walk. Now, this is a slide I was supposed to show you, but of course you can't see. If I can add you this PPT. Ambition is very much important, and consistency is very much important. Having ambition is not okay. You need to be consistently working on it. You should be consistent with your ambition. You should be very consistent on that. And clear set of values. I said again, you need clear set of values. What I am going to achieve, how I am going to achieve. You should have a clear set of values. And my dear friends, coming back, India is still a developing country, but US is already a developed country. We say than Indians, or you say than Indians, the Americans are very productive in their work. And for example, you say that an Indian working in America is very productive in America than he is in India. And when he works for an American client, he is very productive than working for an Indian client. My dear friends, all answers for this question lies in Iran. Iran is a much smaller country than India. But the startups in Iran of lot of innovative ideas. Syria is making a huge impact on education system and education policy. They are trying to adapt each and every, even they are approaching Indian government to adapt some good education policies. And they consistently embark or remark that they need an educational system that helps them to sustain for the next future. They want an education system to be self-sustainable. This is how. When we are talking about India, please understand, we always cannot blame the politicians. We always cannot blame the political party. If anything happens and everything happens, how can we crossing our hands? We can blame the politician. This party is not good. So if this party was ruling, that party would have done very well. And if this party was done, this party would have done great. Nothing. Do you seriously believe that blaming political party is so much fun? opening our Facebook and typing all this blah 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 blah. This party is there. This party is oh my God! And very crazy thing. When yesterday army was showing their respect towards that COVID-19 workers, there were a lot of Facebook comments. Flowers can't feed the poor. Flowers can't feed the poor. I'm not making any contradictory statement, my dear friends, but this is a situation. Each and every time sitting and blaming the political system or any if this party X party rules, Y supporters will blame. If Y party rules, X supporters will blame, and this is not going to change anywhere, everywhere. But my dear friends, you have to analyze: is this happen everywhere in this world? Do you believe seriously it happens everywhere? And my answer is no. When you are productive enough, when you have innovative thoughts, when you are able to think yourself, when you have ability to work on it, definitely there is no point in making excuses. My dear friends, there are choices. You can make X and Y number of choices. You have a free will to expand. You can expand. You are free to make choices. My dear friends, if you have three choices, don't think I have done with all my choices. There is an extension for each and every choices. You can make X and N number of choices in life. If the chosen choice is bad, again there will be a grip where you can make the next choice to make it right. So my dear friends, wake up for selecting the choices in your life. Select the right choice at the right time to make your life focused. That's my point number 3. So my point number 1 is correct, making values to your life. My point number 2 is we cannot blame any system, any education system, any education policy, any political party. We cannot blame that. Stop blaming, expand the choices, be innovative. And my third is learn, grow, expand. It's learning, growing, and then expanding. When I say why learn, grow, and expand, coming back to my first point, learn what is necessary, what is productive. Grow with the community. You see, you have X number of networking opportunities. You have LinkedIn. My dear friends, only Facebook is not the end. There is LinkedIn, there is Twitter, there is Twitch. There are a lot of X and Y number of platforms where you can use. There you can expand your network, expand your contacts. And my next point is from where we are learning the qualities. First is a school or college. When we say 90s kids, 90s kids, 90s kids, what is this so specific with 90s kids? I'm not a 90s kid, I'm an 88 kid. What is specific difference between this 90s kid and then 2000 kid and 2010 kid? Very simple. 89 90s kids have started playing PUBG when they are in their 25, 26, 30. And 2000, 2015, 2016 kids are playing PUBG right away when they're in first standard. That's the difference. Nothing much. We cannot say these 2000 kids can think very creatively and we cannot think very creatively. Creativity has no age bar, my dear friends. Creativity has no age bar. Anyone can be very creative. Everyone can be creative. And how this creativity comes, how this innovation comes, and the way you think makes the difference. The way you think makes the difference in choosing innovation and creativity. When I say what is our school, college, environment, home, simple. If you look at my PowerPoint, you can see the third point, that is what is school, what school and college can make a difference, what home can make a difference, and what our environment can make a difference. I want to explain this fact, my dear friends. For example, a kid of 2015 or 16, maybe just you have relatives. You go to relatives' home, or if you have a kid at your home, it's okay. You know, the kids who are born in 90 or 89 or maybe 2000, when you have used smartphones, maybe only 5 years back or 6 years back, when Samsung have introduced lot of Android features, we are very much fascinated about using the smartphones. And even now I am not clear with what are the options with the smartphone. But a student studying in LKG or UKG or first standard knows how to use a smartphone. He knows all the features, face unlock, or playing any games, how to open a lock, everything. And that's the only difference what he can make, my dear friends. Other than that, everything is gone. See, we learned how to use a smartphone when we are in our 30s, and they learned how to use a smartphone when they are in 5 or 6. That's the difference. The education system is same, the education policy is same. When we say creativity, nowadays matriculation schools or ICSE, CBSE syllabus who charge much, they are giving NEET training, JEE training. Heck with that. It's an extra investment, my dear friends. Extra investment to run business. And this is what, America or US or China or whatever these countries, X or Y countries, are producing a lot of engineers, a lot of technocrats. Do all they prepare for NEET examination and entrance examination? No, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Whether this NEET exams alone or JEE exams alone will determine a quality of a student. Is Sundar Pichai a man who have attended JEE examination? Of course, he is an IIT grad. Cannot blame. But still, there are a lot of innovative startups who were from very rural colleges. Any person who has innovation, creativity within him, or if he is able to develop that, he can create wonders. Walt Disney. Wow, what an amazing creation. How was it made? Mindset, attitude, my dear friends. Mindset and attitude makes a huge difference. Your life is not determined by the mere NEET examination or JEE examination or entrance examination, but of course examinations do. If you cannot assess your level, even though I say your examinations can't determine who you become in your life, but of course examination should be there, which to make you more competitive. That's why we call competitive examinations. Who is competitive? Because we live in a competitive world. We live in a competitive world, so we should learn how much competitive we are. Examination is good for one reason, but bad for another reason. Because examinations, maybe some 30, 35, 40, 45% of students are learning just to clear their examinations. Just to clear their examination, just to get a pass mark. If I'm getting pass mark, okay, I'm getting my certificate. My dear friends, this makes a difference. A student who scores only 60% is a mark, but he is very creative and he understands what he is studying for this, what he has studied for those past 4 years. He knows the practical insights of what you have learned. If you have done a lot of internships, a lot of projects, all by himself, My dear friend, that particular boy or girl would have never failed in securing a job. That boy or girl would have never failed in their life. When you have creativity and when you have innovation, if you have failed in an examination, still you can achieve wonders. There are X and Y examples. But if you are a bookworm and you study just for the sake of passing examinations, of course, your life is costly. That's why I said everything is developed from your school or your college. Your school atmosphere, the atmosphere which the school have created for you. There is a lot of difference between a student who studies in an underrated school. When I say underrated school, no qualified teachers, no qualified lab facilities, no qualified atmosphere systems, and a student who studies in a very, very good school. There is a difference between these two students in their culture, in their language, in their speaking, in their activity, in their attitude. Everything there will be different. That's why, my dear friends, your school or your college will definitely make a difference. And then comes your environment. Environment is where you live in. Maybe your family, maybe your friends around you, maybe relationships around you. If they are consistently irritating you for X or Y reasons, it will make a difference in you. Have you analyzed this fact? See, for example, if you're living in a house where your mother is very strict and father is very strict, there are two types of kids developed in this book. One type of kid is a strict kid as their parents. Second, a kid who wants to break all this conventional systems. He want to be free. He want to be with friends along. He want to be along with friends. He want to maybe consider this particular student is in Kochi. He wants to study a course outside Kochi where he has to stay in a hostel because he have to leave his parents who are very strict. This is one condition. And next conditions I don't intend to say. This is how the environment which the student is being developed matters much. But still, you can overcome this. When I say overcome this, it's not running out of your home. When I say overcome this, is your mindset, your attitude. Again, I say your mindset, your attitude makes a huge difference. When I say mindset or attitude, that is all about your. You can do a meditation for some time. You can have a relaxation for some time. If you are if you are in this particular environment, this takes a huge. This needs a much talking time that we'll discuss later on, but not now because we have very short time. Almost I've crossed 40-50 minutes because I have to present something else. If you need this in particular, you can reach me if I can help you how to overcome this adverse condition. Even I have written my blogs. You can come across my blogs which I have written in B Media. And by God's grace, my blogs are also have a good reach, almost 1K reach each day. I'm getting 1K reach each day. My blogs, especially what I've written on life and purpose. If you wish, you can read my blogs as well. Okay, this is one thing I'm saying about an environment we are generating, an environment where you are born up. The environment which you are born up or brought up, environment which you are born or brought up, makes a huge difference. So, overcoming this adversity is easy, but make sure it is just in a positive way. And third, and my fourth is, my dear friends, you should have a observation skill. Without observation skill, nothing works. Say you are a better engineer A high grad student, without observation, nothing works out. When I say observation, you should know to observe the surroundings. Even if you're closing your eyes, you should know what is happening around you. Excuse me, allow me to on my charger because my battery power is running low. Thank you for that. I'm sorry for that interruption. So, what I'm speaking is observation. You should know to observe the surroundings in you. How the surroundings is. What is happening around you? What is happening in your college? What is happening among your friends? What is happening around me? And when I say observation, not seeing like this. Oh, this is happening. Okay, this is happening. Not this. You should start observing from your inner side. Deep from you, you should start observing. What is his character? What is his attitude? So what he's saying. When you start observing these things, my dear friends, you will learn to differentiate between good and bad. One thing. Second thing, when you start observing certain things, that is physical things, ideas generated. My dear friends, ideas generated. Innovation is generated. Innovation is born. When I say why innovation is born, you're observing a particular vehicle. Oh, this vehicle has some problem. This is not working. Maybe if we could change this a little bit, this works fine. Now here, you are going to develop a prototype. Or you are developing something which is very much helps you to start creation, a creativity. Now this my fifth point is observation. Observation is very important. And then environment. My dear friends, in school, you've learned a little bit of cheating, copying an exam. Even I have done that. A little bit of cheating, a little bit of lie, starting from school and home. You started saying lies, you started cheating someone, and my dear friends, as years pass by, the cheating grows, the lie develops. Then there is a problem. My dear friends, the thing is not easy here, but still, limiting these factors, the cheating factor, lying factor, when you can limit a little bit, of course, it makes a huge difference because when you do this, you are speaking the truth. You are truthful to you. When you are truthful to you, you will be truthful to everyone around you. When you are truthful to everyone around you, it gives you a lot of positivity. When there is a lot of positivity around you, you'll start observing things. When you start observing things, you will create innovations. When you create a lot of innovations, you add value to your life. Now see, everything comes in a pyramid. So this is a very important thing, my dear friends. And next I go to art of communication. And thanks to Shivakumar Palaniappan sir, I have stolen from him. And I cannot say that I have stolen something from him. Exactly, when I say I have not stolen, sorry, this is not stolen for sure. For sure, this is not stolen because he is my mentor as well. Four things. The base pyramid is clarity of articulation. Second pyramid is clarity of language. Next is clarity of speaking, and next is clarity of thought. When I say what is clarity of articulation, my dear friends, most of the students nowadays have a problem is communication. They say, sir, I cannot communicate in English. It is very difficult. I know what to speak, but when I come in front, but I'm in front of someone, I cannot express what I'm speaking. That's the problem. My dear friends, What's there with communication? When I say communication, communication is nothing but an art of expression. Say an actor called Surya. You all know. Because now Surya is very popular. Very popular. Not only of his films, but also the controversy, they are still. See, my dear friends, an actor like Surya not communicates his acting skills with the words or dialogues he delivers. His eye says everything. If you start observing Surya, you can understand. Not only Surya, every actor. See, superstar Rajinikanth has his own individuality, his own identity. Vishal has his own identity. Mohanlal has its own identity. Mammootty has its own identity. DQ has its own identity. Tovino has its own identity. Suresh Gopi sir has its own identity. When I'm speaking with Surya, just observe Surya. Maybe in Kaka Kaka, maybe in Singham, or maybe in any movies he act, he used to express himself. Whether it is sentiments, whether it is action, or any roles, he will start expressing. When I say expressing, with his eyes says everything. That's why we say, my dear friends, you need a good eye contact. Because your eye says everything, whether you're speaking the truth, whether you are genuine, whether you're okay, whether you're comfortable, whether you're relaxed, your eyes says everything. That is called an art of clarity of articulation. My dear friends, English is just a language like Tamil, like Malayalam. See, if you go to US, now if you are in Kerala, presently I am in Kerala, here Malayalam is our mother tongue, Malayalam is our native language. But I am working in Tamil Nadu. When I come to Tamil Nadu, now Tamil is my native language. I was in Bombay for a couple of days. I was in Assam for a couple of days for training programs. Various training. I was in Bombay and I was in Assam for training programs. I used to speak in a little bit of broken Hindi and English to them. They were not a little bit surprised. Okay, English. But they respected the people who spoke their native language, Hindi, or Marathi. These people who live in Maratha, Maharashtra, are very keen about this language called Marathi. They're very particular with this language, Marathi. You go German, you go to Germany, you go to Spain, you go to Italy. They're very much particular. That's why Japan, China, Germany, Britain all have insisted, not Britain, Japan, China, or Germany have all insisted that if you need a job in my country, you should learn my language. But India never compels anyone. If you have to work in India, you should learn Hindi because Hindi is a national language. My dear friends, you have to understand Hindi is a national language. Not Tamil, not Malayalam, not Urdu, not Telugu is a mother tongue of India. It's Hindi. Hindi is the official language. Sorry, it's a national language. But our official language is English. That's why English is so predominant in India. So if you need a job in Japan, if you need a job in China, you should Japan, you should learn Japanese. China, you should speak in Chinese. If you work in Germany, you should learn German. If you need to work in Spain, you need Spanish. You should speak Italian language if you're in Italy. If you need to work in Italy, and if you need to work in Australia, again you have to clear this TOEFL. Test of English is foreign language. What is this? Like fun. See? And now, since but again, even though the people in Germany they know English, they won't speak in English. They will say, "Sorry, no English." So doesn't this know? Sorry, no English. But they know English. But they consider speaking English or not speaking their mother tongue language is a crime. But my dear friends, in India, we say unity in diversity. In the German, all Germanians speak Germany's language. China, Chinese, Japan, Japanese. But only in India, we speak hundreds of languages. Urdu, Bengali, Kannada, Telugu, Tulu, Malayalam, Tamil, Hindi. I said Kannada, I said Telugu, Kannada, Urdu, Bengali, Maratha. This Maratha language is different. Marathis, Maratha. I mean, Maratha language is same. Lot of language. In this case, there should be a common language where everyone should communicate. If we insist Hindi because it's a national language, let us all speak Hindi. Hindi engalku vendam. Of course, there comes the political agenda. Sorry, I'm not speaking on those all political agenda. That's why then, okay, what common language you can use? There is only one alternative, English. There is only one alternative, English. And maybe for good or bad, most of the IT companies here have clients outside India because they were able to pay much. Since we have clients outside India, of course, for each and every client we cannot learn Japanese, we cannot learn German, we cannot learn Chinese. We have the only option English, because we say ill of Britishers. My dear friends, these Britishers, see, for maybe for before some 10-15 decades, India is not independent. We were ruled by kings and queens at the gunpoint of British people. But okay, they were now out of India. But the systems, policies, technologies which Britishers have adopted in India is still working fine, and it is proven the best. Seriously, whoever fights with me, whoever fights with me for an anti-Indian talk, I'm not against India, but this is what the truth we have to accept. India has lot of skills, technologies that is adopted from foreign countries, especially what those Britishers have given. Even the system of salute, from the system of good morning sir, good evening sir. You go to US, UK, or any not UK, especially in US, maybe in China, I'm not sure. My brother is working in Germany, and he says they never call their boss by sir. They call by their name. Hi Andy, hi Christopher, hi Jim, hi Rahul. Even Facebook or Amazon, all their employees call their boss by just hi Jeff, hi Mark. Not Mark sir, Zuckerberg sir, Jeff sir, Bezos sir. No, he is that. But what happens if you call anyone by their name in India? Yeah, boss. If your boss is Rangasamy, can you call, hey Rangasamy, vada? Can you call? And ultimately that becomes a great issue here. So most of the systems that these Britishers adapted is fine. Because why I'm saying this is, here comes, so my dear friends, don't be afraid of this language called English. It is just another medium of communication. You need the clarity of articulation. That is, don't think I need to speak in an American accent. Hi Jeff, it's a nice time that I have to meet you here. No one asks you for that. Communicate effectively, communicate confidently, face to face, maintain eye contact, just express what you want to express very positively. That is a clarity of articulation. The communication should reach you. The opposite party should get what you are communicating. Clarity of language. No one is compelling here that you should speak in an American accent or a British accent. You just speak in Indian accent. See, I have one of my leader. I wish not to disclose his name. Who speaks? Of course, when you listen, you laugh at his English. But I was a fan of his speaking. He is a great leader. He's working in MHRD. He's working in an important position in MHRD. Most of them would ridicule him speaking English, but I was a fan of him because he is a native Hindi speaker. He is trying to speak English. That confidence level he has. The way he talks English may be funny, but at the end of the day, he communicates what he intends to everyone. That's the power of that language. That is very commendable. Not necessarily you should have a good accent, but if you're able to communicate what you are trying to say, it's okay. That's what we call clarity of speaking. And finally, clarity of thought. Again, the first time I said clarity of thought, you should have a good thought process. Then comes social conformity and moral tranquility. Very difficult term. What is social conformity and what is moral tranquility? What's this all about? Social conformity and moral tranquility. Why should I learn this? My dear friends, see, this is a very big topic. Social conformity and moral tranquility. And I'm going to start from this slide because since you were not able to see my presentation in your screens, I cannot show you my PP presentation. For that, what I'm going tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I will be joining Zoom online. I'll be coming on Zoom online. Once after coming at YouTube Live, I will be immediately switching over to Zoom online. And those who wish, you can come to Zoom online to listen to me presenting a design thinking topic on double diamond technology. In design thinking, we have double diamond technology, which is very fascinating, very interesting session called double diamond approach in design thinking. Before that, I will go this. Social conformity and moral tranquility in design thinking. What is social conformity? Social conformity, my dear friends, is nothing than accepting things. You see, why accepting things? I will share a small story here. My dear friends, there are a group of scientists who are doing their experiments with a monkey. This is an NLP story by my trainer, Kane Ramsey. So, what the scientists have done is, they have enclosed these 4 monkeys in a room and they have closed the door. It's almost 58 minutes crossed. I have another 5 minutes to complete my session. So, 1 hour session. So, the 4 monkeys were inside the room. Don't think I am inside the room. I am not a monkey, for information. So, these 4 monkeys were starting. So, these 4 monkeys are in 4 corners of this room. Okay, 4 corners of this room. Monkey 1 comes and climbs a ladder because the monkey has started a ladder and says, and there is a banana. There is a banana at the top. So to take this banana, what this monkey one does is that he climbs a ladder, and half the ladder water starts sprinkling. Continuous water starts sprinkling. This monkey cannot move up. Only thing he to come down. Don't think there is a motivational story. Okay, beating the odds, it can reach. No, 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 too much expectation. This monkey came down and sat in a corner. And seeing this, the second monkey started climbing the ladder. Same thing happens. Water was sprinkling continuously, and if the monkey goes again to the top, this water will start sprinkling very fastly that it may cause potential harm to the monkey. The first monkey understood that, and the second monkey also understood that. If we are going to top, no, this potential harm may happen, and it came back and sat. And now, seeing these two monkeys fail the mission, the third monkey again started climbing this ladder. Again, what happened? The water started sprinkling very fast. Again, but this monkey was so much like this monkey. Twice they have read his Napoleon story. What he have done is again it started climbing. Again, the water started sprinkling very fast, and this monkey came down and failed. Mission aborted. And the fourth monkey again is started climbing. Again, water sprinkling very hard. Of course, it eventually damaged the monkey. This monkey again, these two monkeys in that final two corners were huge fans of Napoleon, so they're very fond of Napoleon story, and they are not ready to quit. They started climbing again. Some potential harm happened to this monkey, and with this pain, that monkey was sat in the corner. And then these two lady scientists came, and they took the monkeys in that two ends out, because one monkey is injured and one monkey is almost trying hard. So they took a monkey and they were happy. Okay, at least two went. And then they brought other two monkeys. Monkey 1 and 2 is sitting calmly. Monkey 3 and 4 should thinking, oh, banana, nice, I'm very hungry. I should reach to the ladder over there. It's very easy task for me. I could climb. Monkey 3 started climbing. Immediately this monkey 1, 2 and ran there and stopped this monkey 3. Don't climb, don't climb. Because if you climb, this monkey started climbing up to the middle and water started sprinkling a little bit. Once this water started sprinkling, these two monkeys ran and asked the third monkey, please don't climb because something harm is up. This monkey, it's a fifth sense. 5 senses for these monkeys, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this monkey have been brought down by these other two monkeys. Don't climb. There's a problem. My dear friends, this is social conformity. You understand what is harm. This is harm for you, so I should not do that. Accepting things. You should not be too much. You should not do too much. If there is a potential harm to you or to your surroundings or to your environment, then you should stop doing that. This is social conformity, my dear friends. And I'll say why this social conformity is required in entrepreneurship. When you choose a business, when you choose a business model, and when you choose an idea, when you choose a topic that tends to be for innovative, and if it comes any potential harm to you or your environment, then you should stop proceeding with that particular entrepreneurial venture or the innovative ideas. Okay, my dear friends, everyone say, do you have common sense? The next time when someone asks you this question, you should say no, because everyone doesn't have common sense. No, common sense. Everyone have sense, but everyone don't have common sense. This common sense is not common. Common sense never can be common. My sense of accepting things is different. Your sense of accepting things is different. My friends, even my dad's sense of accepting things or my mom's sense of accepting things is very different. If the same sense what I had is with my parents, probably they would have accepted everything that I am doing. But of course, they won't accept everything because my sense is different, their sense is different. Their sense of feeling, their sense of touch, their sense of accepting, each and every one of us, our sense of feeling, our sense of touch, our sense of thinking is different. That's why we say we doesn't have a common sense in common. Each and every one of a common sense is different. My dear friends, now this social conformity is very much required before we go to design thinking concept. Any design thinking concept. Design thinking is an concept, is an idea where you are going to start an innovative product, or you are going to do something in your life, in your career, in your business. You are going to do something. You have to begin with a design thinking concept. Your thought process should work in a design thinking concept. But until and unless you work with the social conformity and moral tranquility, you cannot go with the design thinking concept or any concept. Now I hope you understood what is social conformity. And now coming to moral tranquility. Moral tranquility is nothing but your inner peace. When I say inner peace, why should I have inner peace? Are you promoting any kind of tattva to us? No tattva, no promotion of any stuff. My dear friends, unless and until you have an inner peace in you, you cannot go with any innovations. See, there are two types of things. One thing which is done out of emergency and one thing which is done out of calmness. It makes difference. It makes sense. Anything you do in terms of emergency, it won't work as powerful as that of working in a calm environment. Most of the colleges or schools will project their advertisement as we are situated in a calm and serene atmosphere. Why calm and serene atmosphere? Okay, I am living in a city. You say, oh, the city is traffic, huge, hectic, no calm, no serene atmosphere. That makes a difference, my dear friends. Calm and serene atmosphere always makes a difference. When we say we need a open presence, common, or when we need such a atmosphere which is calm and very serene, why shouldn't we expect that our inner self should be very calm and sensible? When we are calm, our sense works positively. We will be sensible. When we are sensible, our idea works, our creativity works, our thought process works, our design concept works. Everything inside us works. Simply everything works. That's why social conformity and moral tranquility is very much important in design thinking. My dear friends, with this, I would like to end my session for this day. We will meet tomorrow 11 o'clock, probably in YouTube live as well as in Zoom Meet, where I can present you the two-diamond approach in design thinking. I'll give an outline what is two-diamond approach. Nothing but, if you could see this, it's a design process. Nothing that the images. I thought of saying you need to think of this images. The two-diamond or double-diamond approach will teach you how to use a convergent thinking and how to use a divergent thinking. What is convergent? What is divergent? Convergent, divergent. Convergent thinking is narrow, stick on to one or two process. When we say divergent, broader, more broader thought process, more broader analysis, much broader things you can analyze. It takes time. Of course, it takes time for a broader analysis of things. That's divergent thinking. Convergent things is very narrow thought. These two key points. If there is a problem, If there is a problem to solve, you will work on only with two key points. If I'm correct in this, I can do this. If I'm correct in that, I can do this. Very narrow. That's convergent thinking. Now, divergent thinking, so it's a broader perspective of things. So, my dear friends, that requires you to be very attentive on this. And but since I have approached this, I can project my screen. So probably if I'm doing this, it won't reach you. So we will meet tomorrow 11 o'clock in my YouTube channel, as well as my Zoom meet as well. So thank you for listening to me, patiently listening to for this 1 hour. And if there anyone who attended live through all those sessions, you have a chat box there. You can chat your names and email ID, and I will share my email ID with you. That is the same, the lightinglandandmediaworks at gmail.com. Most of you would have got your email through that. You can send me a mail. Sir, I have attended the session. Or Rahul, I have attended the session. Don't no issues. No issues that you should call me sir. You can call me Rahul, of course. Even my students, I have given them permission because the social conformity. Maybe the social system doesn't allow you to call Rahul in everyone, because we should conform to the society. I said in India, what happens? We call, if they are calling me Rahul, and if and then I have to call my HOD, I have to call my director, everyone by their name. Then it should be a huge problem. Then literally they go home, they started, why should I call you Papa, Mommy? I will call by your name. When I was a kid, I was tried calling my father by his name. Of course, you can guess what happened. But now I used to call him by his name because we take it as a friendship. At the end of the day, it's all we are friends. Dad, accept things, confirm social conformity. So that's my dear friends. So my dear friends, this is what you can reach out me through my website. That's lightinglandandmediaworks.com. That's the website. You can reach me out through my website, or again you can chat here, or you can mail me. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for being with this time. And if this is telecasted live in YouTube, and thank you for watching for this 1 hour. Thank you very much. Very pleasure to meet you, and hope to meet you soon tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you very much.